Hi guys. I'll spend a minute with you. Or two. I know you guys have been wanting me to do the videos. But, you know, it's not easy, guys. I'm going to get into it. Rolls downhill, eh? Hi, Karen. Hi, Dennis. Just gonna wait for just another few seconds, guys. Hi guys. Oh, Janny's here. Very rare. Anyway, guys, let me just get into it because I'm sick of waiting. Anyway, shit rolls downhill. That's just been the fucking theme, man. I've been talking to a lot of you guys. We're just fucking going through it, right? And we could always say, it's this or that or whatever the problem is. And it could be, you know, just regular life sucks. And that's just, quite frankly, the hard, cold truth. It's all about perspective and how we're choosing to look at things that creates our reality. And a lot of people, you know, they choose to look at things all day, every day that are just not expanding their reality into a higher vibration, but suppressing it into a lower vibration. Personally, the deal with me is like I got banned. I had to go through a whole shit show to get here to you guys, right? So I haven't really been worried about it all week because I've been sick. I got a ban earlier this week for nothing. For absolutely fucking nothing. They just fucking said I was restricted. I'm talking to fucking AI. They automatically at like 6:48 one evening, I got a notification that said my account was restricted. I'm not allowed to go live for 60 days. They're restricting monetization stuff and blah, blah, blah on certain of the ads or whatever. I don't even fucking know. And they wouldn't even let me dispute it. I'm like, what did I get banned for? I hadn't even posted. The last post I posted was of fucking my yummy little thigh right here. I'm like, that didn't get removed, so what did I get banned for, right? And they wouldn't give me any fucking details. They wouldn't show me what post they banned me on. They wouldn't show me what they restricted me on. They just said this, and then every time I tried to dispute, they just kicked me out of the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, so I'm banned for 60 days? And you're not going to tell me why? You're not going to say this? And I'm like, oh, wait, whoa, we're in a fascist fucking reality here. Right? We are. And we see it. And that's why they don't want us fucking talking. Because if we talk about the truth of it, then we wake the others. And they want the others to stay asleep. Because the more minds are online with our vision, which is shit ain't gonna roll downhill no more, motherfuckers. And here's one thing. I want to tell you guys a personal story. Kind of fun. So, let me paint the scene for you. I think it's early 90s. Early 90s. Okay. Chimpanzee sanctuary somewhere in Oregon. Checking out the scene. Okay. Walking around. All of a sudden, there was mutiny on the compound. These fuckers, these smart little monkeys, right? They started getting pissed, man. They'd had their fill. So they started balling up their shit into fucking balls, like snowballs, dude. These chimpanzees did. They started balling up their fucking shit. And all of a sudden, they were looking around and they started throwing it at the people who were there observing them. And everybody was like, what are they doing? Fucking run. Like, save yourselves. It's raining shit. They're throwing shit. The chimpanzees were running people away from them who they didn't want to fuck with them by taking their excrement, rolling it into a fucking ball, and hurling it at them. Okay? Now, my dad found it to be hilarious. And anybody who knows my dad, he had this huge belly laugh. I guess I kind of take after him. He was a lot cooler than me, though, I think. Like, really laughing at it. The fact that these monkeys who were in captivity, okay, would be so clever to get all of these hordes of people away from their area by just taking their shit, rolling it into balls, and throwing it at the people. That sent the people running. Now imagine this, good people. Here we are. Never forget, apes together, motherfucking strong. And that's why we keep getting banned. That's why I got restricted for no good fucking reason at all. It's because they know. They know. They know the monkeys are about fucking sick of the zoo, okay? Motherfuckers. Here's Irene. I've seen that video so many times of that woman. And she's like, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. You're fucking protector of the brethren, motherfucker. And it's something, and it's just, that video gets me every time. It's so funny. But that's about the truth of it. Just trying to help these motherfuckers. They don't want to help. They don't want to get help. They love their captivity. But us motherfucking chimpanzee monkey motherfuckers here, we're rolling up that shit, ain't we? And here's how it works. Just in case you're watching this for the first time and you don't know about anything, which would mean you would have to be a completely brain-dead fucking moron living under a rock at this point. So here we got this. We have the pyramid. Everybody knows the pyramid, the thing, the Illuminati, and all these fucking cowards. They ain't shit, really. They ain't got shit on you except for owning your mind, which you could free at any time. Dun, 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 dun. So why don't you try it today? There's no better day to free yourself than today, my people. Let's see the resurrection. Free your fucking mind already, okay? Stop giving criminal psychopaths the power to control your perspective, because like I said, it's all about perspective. And that's why does little old me keeps getting fucking banned. Not for even saying shit, not for doing shit, but because they fucking know I'm teaching you the shit that's gonna free the fucking mind. Okay? They don't want you hip to this. That's why it was occulted. So, if you are afraid because I do tarot cards, or if you're afraid because I'm into ravens, guess fucking what? I'm so sick of you fuckers too, telling me about my little babies, my little pretties, okay? The ravens are freaking precious. They are not evil. When you see my pictures with the ravens, stop telling me I am some dark witch, you fucking lunatics. What is wrong with you people? I love the babies. You know how many times I can think of in my mind right now that God used ravens? One time was for Noah. I believe Noah sent the ravens out first. Also, there was ravens that fed somebody. Real quick, I think it might have been Isaiah. Who did the ravens feed in the Bible? Who did the ravens feed in the Bible? So, okay, long story short, there's this guy named Elijah, which I was right, and he was fed twice a day by a bunch of ravens. Okay? While he was in the wilderness. So stop talking about my precious babies and that somehow because I love the babies am some kind of a dark entity. That's people who don't have a healthy relationship with their own shadow. And we got to come out of that. Let's get back to it though, before I go all the way left and right. I just am getting so sick of lower-minded people at this point in the game. It's really exhausting. And I'm trying not to become despondent, right? I'm trying not to become despondent, okay? Because I'm trying to really, this isn't fucking cute for me. This isn't cute. Coming out here and doing videos and trying to help teach people things that the cabal of evil doesn't want to be taught is very difficult. Whether or not you want to understand that or not, it is difficult because, for one, I have been, since I started doing this, listed, targeted, charged with felonies, okay? So making it nearly impossible for me to support my family at a regular matrix position like I was accustomed to, okay, where I could make a living wage. Yeah, they took my fingerprint clearance license in the state. They have, what else have they done since I've decided to publicly start sharing information? So aside from now having felonies, tarnishing my record, they've come for my kids. CPS is bullshit. I've had to fight them off. I've had to take a stand against pretty much everybody in the community who would have labeled me crazy. Okay. Also, due to the mini China system they already have, employers now do social media background checks, which obviously, if you guys see me here, you know that no employer is going to say, oh, pick her. So I've struggled in multiple ways just to come out here for the goodness of humanity and keep forging ahead. As a single mother, dealing with the sticks and fucking stones that people want to throw, and knowing that if I were to just go onto another platform and strip completely naked, I would have thousands of people subscribing to see me every fucking day. And I have a message that gets suppressed, banned, shadowed, and a few very loyal and loving people who do support me. I'm not trying to discredit you guys, but it's very difficult to do what it is I'm doing. A lot of people want to just sit over there and start their judging at people over here doing it. Like we're making all this money or something, like we're somehow getting rich off of it. That's quite not the case. Actually, we're swimming upstream because we can't even if you are a monetized person, which there are plenty of people out here that have become monetized, they shadow ban you, they hide your fucking videos, they shut you down for no reason. I'm having to get crafty here. I'm not going to tell you how I'm getting in, but I'm getting in through some other way, okay? And for what? For what? That's what I fight against all the time. That despondent mindset. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling that too. For what are we doing it for? Well, we ain't doing it for nobody. We're doing it for us because we know it is the right thing to do. And that is the difference between being a monkey who's going to take shit no more and throw it, and a monkey who's just going to sit there and die suffering in captivity. Okay? So I'd rather fucking throw our shit right where it needs to go. So here we go. Here's how this works, just for the fucking people who may just not know. We got people up here who are evil and sinister and wicked. These people are full of ego, the spirit of Satan, whatever people want to call it. It's all the same fucking thing. It's all energy. So these guys, they think that they know. These are the criminals who are spraying us in our air, trying to modify and control the weather. These are the people who are trying to mandate that we have an untested medical concoction injected into us so that they can profit off of our sickness and dominate us into control. These are the people who are buying up all the farmland, planning all the food shortages. These are the ones. These ones are planning to throw you in a 25-minute fucking city and lock you there. You guys heard that? Americans, please. Don't act like we're not above this shit, because it's coming. They're already proposing it in Oregon and other states. Did you guys know that? Some of those liberal states are actually already discussing their 25-minute city plans, where you would literally be restricted, depending on what area, to a 25-mile radius from your physical address, you would be permitted to go out of that 25-mile radius 100 times a year with a permit that you would apply for. And if you were caught going outside of your 25-minute radius from your home address, then you would be cited and fined. And this is their idea of climate control. And really, it's not about the climate. It's about keeping the chimps in the cage, right? So shit rolls downhill, and then these guys hide at the top, and then they have people who masquerade as frontmen. We're going to talk about your governing leaders. Here we have your people in government. People who sit in the House of Lives are controlled by these ones. Okay? People who go to the White House are controlled by these ones. Period. People in other countries, New Zealand, Australia, every fucking leader is controlled by these ones. Period. Let's accept that fact. Okay? So these guys' shit is up here, and it rolls down, and these guys disperse the shit. And then it goes out to your state governments, and they disperse the shit. And then the media disperses the shit. And blah, 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 blah. And then guess who is on the bottom of the pyramid? That's right, you fuckers. Here they think we are. Just down here taking the scraps. They think we're just going to sit down here and take their fucking scraps. When these ones right here have enough monetary wealth to completely eradicate world hunger. These fuckers up here have enough monetary wealth to make sure that every living soul has a home. These ones up here. These ones up here hold enough wealth. And they then give it to these ones who are doing their bidding. And at the top, right here, these guys, all of these little agents of darkness, they hold the world's 90%, 90 fucking percent of all the wealth in circulation belongs to these fucks right here. And these ones down here, guess what? We get a fight over 10% that's left. And then they say, ha, 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 ha. And then they divide us, right? And they say, oh, the Christians. And they teach you how to be fucking brainwashed and judge everybody because of ravens or whatever the fuck they teach you in your mind. And then they say, oh, these ones, because of their imaginary lines, you know, they live on this side of the tracks. They live on this side of the line. Yeah, can't mingle. Then they teach you on this one based on your social status. Like, oh, do you have a degree? Do you have a degree? A bunch of educated idiots that think they're better than everybody because they went and got themselves into a bunch of student debt like a freaking dodo just to have a piece of paper so that they could earn a little bit more than these ones. And they put all these programs in so that we fight amongst ourselves, and they just pretty much right up here in the clouds laughing at all of us chimpanzees down here at the zoo. Now, here's the plan. You guys ready? Spit on it. Whenever they fucking try and suppress me, it lights a fire in me. I can't understand it. And I don't know if it's done intentionally or if whenever they try and tell me, like, you're going to be quiet, it just makes me say to them even more so, I'm going to fucking roll my shit into balls and throw it at your fucking eye. You are not your eye. Get it? You're not going to quiet me. You're not going to suppress me. You're not going to get me to shut up. You're not going to scare or intimidate me. You don't control me because my mind is free. Ding. So, what do we do here, guys? All of us who are getting really fucking tired of fighting the good fight. We're fighting for ourselves at this point. We're not fighting for them. We're not fighting for these idiots out here who want to be in bondage. There's so many people who know the truth and they just don't want to do anything about it. There are so many men and women out there that know what the fuck is going on is completely backwards and upside down, and they're giving our fucking children pornography books in school to check out at public libraries, and the kids are getting pulled out of class by police officers and interviewed without parents' consent. All of the madness that's going on, they know it's wrong, but they're not doing anything about it. Why? Because they're scared. Because they're scared. All they've known is captivity. All they've known is to have their mind controlled. They don't know what it's like to be a free thinker. Free thinking? What is that? Who are these people? Just do what you're told. Will you guys just follow the CDC fucking guidelines already? You're killing people out here. We're killing people? By not following the CDC guidelines? Yes, I see. I see very clearly what the problem is here. Your brainwashing is showing. Might want to go wash that a little bit more. Yeah. We've been the bad guys because we're the ones who are preparing to take this shit and throw it where it belongs, which is not on us. And we're getting it even harder now. Have you guys noticed? They are coming for us, labeling us, people who actually have critical thought, people who are not going to comply with tyrants and their criminal schemes of destruction. They're labeling us just like they labeled the Christ. We're the extremists. Yeah, that's what they are saying about us. They're saying that we, free-thinking people, are somehow the bad guys and that they are coming up with solutions to stop us. Well, we've seen this script play out before, haven't we? We have, with the story of Christos. Because the church of old is the new state. Same people pretty much at the top of the pyramid rolling that shit down on us, though. Same bloodlines, anyway. I don't know, could be same people. There's theories out there that they're like vampires and all that weird shit, but I don't get too much into that. Same bloodlines. We'll just call it good there. Same bloodlines have been shitting downhill on us. And we've just sat at the bottom and taken it. And taken it. And taken it. And our parents took it. And our grandparents took it. And then before them took it. They've beaten the spirit out of us that would indicate we have anything to fight for. Because they've done it in such a brilliant way where people think now they have everything that they need. Why make it harder on themselves? Because people have become accustomed to being conformist and enslaved. They've got the police, who are Roman soldiers of the realm. And they've got the masses who, as long as they got their bread and circus, won't revolt. That's the whole point of it. We have distractions now. We've got these little screens keeping us under a spell everywhere we go. You ever tried to have a human connection with somebody in this world? A real human connection. Very difficult to do, isn't it? Very difficult to do because everybody wants to do this shit. Everybody wants to fucking have this shit up their ass. But those of us who are like, dude, I don't like this shit. I want to be able to plant heirloom seeds, not Monsanto's Franken seeds. I can't do that anymore. Why can't we do that? Well, because they've sterilized our fucking soil. with their chemicals that they spray on us from the sky and the air that we fucking breathe. Those are contrails, you extremist. No, they're not fucking contrails, Einstein. Contrails dissipate because contrails are made out of fucking air, not chemicals. See? Chemicals disperse. Contrails dissipate. Dope. Ah, extremists. Listen to this extremist talk. This extremist is telling us that why would they do that? Oh, you're so smart. Why would they spray the air with chemicals when they have to breathe the same air? Oh, why would they? Got your question answered right here. Because they have technology, frequency beds, because everything is frequency. So they, up there, have actual medical treatment, whereas we have the slow kill from the medical mafia to make sure that they stay in their luxurious positions. They milk us and take from us, and they have all of the real cures. Frequencies, okay? I'm telling you, they cure. And this is where we are under their slow kill by the frequencies. They've got so many frequencies going on around us all the time. You can't see it, but it's happening. It's disturbing our natural our body's natural rhythm to connect. This is why grounding is so important. Their frequency beds cure them. They don't eat the same food that we do. Have you ever seen the difference in pricing between organic and not organic? Do you think the modern citizen down here, where the shit's piling on them, can go and afford to have all organic cooked by a private chef? No. They don't eat like we do. They're not eating corporate kibble. And they're breathing the air, yes. But when they get in those frequency beds repair every cell. And also their telomeres on the end of their DNA, it repairs that too. Which is why they're living so long. So why wouldn't they just spray all of the goyim with poison and feed us all their trash? It doesn't affect them, you foolish ones. Because they have occulted the cure. But see, I could tell you the real cure would be to stop giving them the power. It's that simple. Even chimpanzees can figure out how to fucking start mutiny when they're in an unsavory situation. Just take that shit and throw it back. But why aren't we doing that? Well, we are, right? But why isn't the majority doing that? Because the majority love the shit. They love it. They love to have technology. They love to have the escape that the screens provide them. They love to have the recognition that the screens will give them. You know, you see people, they love to post their boyfriends and they're so proud. It's like, look at me, somebody loves me. Look, new man. So much better than the last one I had 3 months ago. Here's my new one. Somebody loves me. See, guys, somebody loves me. Fuck that. You ain't getting me to post no man. I don't care if I was talking to a man for over a year and I didn't even post him until like after we were talking together for a year. And then right after, like, I don't know, it was like a month or two after I posted pictures with us finally, that we fucking split. And I'm like, ooh, putting your fucking man and shit on social media is like a curse. Like, because then people can send energy into your situation. It's all kinds of bad things. But, you know, people aren't even thinking about all of that, because as long as they're just out here giving the appearance that they're happy in their life and that they're living their life, it's like you're trying to show so hard that you're living, but by doing that is just, you're fucking dying. Living is not that. Living isn't this. Living isn't this. But we're in a society that loves to have the shit rolling on them. And I'm telling you guys, we're in a heaping mess right now because they are coming for our food. And I'm going to say this, and I want people to listen to me. I know many of you already know this. They are strategically planning very sinister and wicked things. They are trying to fucking starve us, and they are fucking with our water, because if you control the food and you control the water, then you control the people. And what's going to happen when the dumb people who love to sit in the shit don't have any shit? They're going to be begging for shit, right? And who are they going to be begging from it? On the same people that are dumping it. So here's where we get strategic, good friends. We're going to take this shit and we're going to roll it into balls and we're going to throw it back. Okay? We're going to throw it back. A lot of us have already been making shit balls and we've been throwing them at people in the fucking masses. And that's been fun. Just to ball up a shit ball and be like, take this fucking truth, you brain dead idiot. Triggering people into actually thinking. They don't like to be hit with shit balls. They're like, what the fuck you throwing this shit at me? I don't want to hear this shit. They say, I don't want to hear this shit. Too bad you're going to fucking hear it. And if you don't like hearing it, then fuck away from me, because I'm going to speak this shit. This is shit that needs to be heard. This is shit that you need to smell, because it stinks, bitch. Can you smell yourself, ho? Yeah, you stinky. You got to get out of that shit. Wash yourself clean, okay? And how you do that? You do this. You rewash your fucking brain out of their program. How do you do that? Listen up. It's not that hard. You just got to say everything that you fucking believe in and that you know or that you've ever been told is a fucking lie. Accept that truth. Boom. There you have it. You've been set free. You've been raptured. You've been removed from one location and set into another. See, because you have to be able to do the work and get yourself clean. Here, it's all mind. Remember this, guys. This is the weapon. Everything is mind. Nothing else is anything. If they can't control your mind, they can't control you, period. Because you animate that vessel you're in. You're a co-creator here. If you didn't animate your vessel by telling yourself to go to work and give these corporate criminals their fucking, your life force energy so you could earn a bill, they've got us all fucked up. See, we don't have to pay to live here. We don't have to pay. None of us have to fucking pay to live here. They're fucked. Who the fuck do they think they are? They don't own this. This ain't theirs. They think it's theirs because why? Because we believe that they have it. Because we believe that they somehow have it. It's like, who gave it to them? Oh, the people, they fought for it. Oh, so it's never nobody's. We just keep fighting each other over this territory fucking claim? That's stupid. We shouldn't do that anymore. We should just say, hey, man, you want an acre of land? There's plenty of land for everybody. Do the math. Do the fucking math. Let's do it right now. Let's do the math together, my friends. Why? How many acres of land are on the earth? Anybody want to know? Thank you for the stars, Bobby. I really appreciate the stars and support, especially because they're trying to fucking ban me, man. And I'm trying to keep showing up for you guys, but they're making it hard. So thank you. I appreciate your support. Like, I want to do the apes together strong thing, but you get it. 126 billion. That's how many acres of land there are. 126 billion fucking acres of land, livable land. There are 7.8 billion people. So it looks as if we've somehow been duped, doesn't it? Not only us, but not only that, but animals also have enough room to be free range. So there's 126 billion livable acres on the earth. 7.8 billion humans, billions of animals for food, plenty of acres for harvest. Why the fuck do we let them control us is the question. Why haven't we made shitballs a long time ago? Because they've gotten into your mind and somehow you live in the spirit of fear and you believe that that's how it's going to be because you're weak. If you support this system, it's because you're a weak person. If you support evil, it's because you are a weak and fearful person. You're not a good person, no. That doesn't make you good. Actually, opposite. If you're a good self-proclaimed, let's say this, because remember, it's all about action. So you can look like a good person. You could talk like a good person, meaning you don't have to speak like me and use expletives every other sentence, but that doesn't make you a good fucking person. You can go to church and pray for the people who are starving, and that doesn't make you a good person. Your actions and what you consent to and what you stand for make you a good person. A person who doesn't stand for anything but lets criminal, evil, demonic men get them to fall in line to do their bidding. See, that's evil. You're not going to like me for it. And I don't really give a flying fuck because, like I've said numerous times, people don't got to like me. You don't have to like me, but you have to hear me because I'm saying something that's true. Our behavior is where our vibration resonates at. If you are behaving in the way of a brain dead fucking idiot, then your vibration is so low. Therefore, your mind is giving power to the evil. There's no light in you. See, because these are numbers. These are facts. This isn't conspiracy. This is facts. Literally, every human soul could have 1 whole acre of land, if not more. See? That would be how we're supposed to be living, right? Where we could have your acre. Hey, Karen, you got an acre of land? What you growing on your acre, babe? You got potatoes growing on your acre? All right, Annie, what you got on your acre of land? Oh, you got goats. All right, girl, I got you. Okay, Danny, what are you doing over on your acre? You doing corn? I love it. And see, then we get together in our little communities and we say, hey guys, everybody's got their little harvest or their little offering, and they're like, hey, Danny, I need corn. You need potatoes? Let's do this thing. It's like, okay, friends. Oh yeah, I got you. And it's like, oh, I got goat cheese. Oh, you got goat cheese? I got tomatoes. Okay, let's do this little thing. No, I'm good on citrus this week, but did you still need jam? Because I did make some good spreads out of all those tangerines you gave me. Of course, I would love that. Okay. And then we got a group of men out there that are doing hunting. Oh yeah. We got the meat. Now we got the hunters that are bringing in the meat. And they're like, yeah, man, our acre always has free range freaking deer and antelope and moose or whatever the fuck, depending on what parcel of land you're on, is coming through your field. You could shoot it down and kill it. And that animal has a quality of life, right? That animal has a quality of life. It's living its best life as God, the creator, intended it to live, free range, running around. And then when its time comes to be consumed by us, we just take it and we do it with things. They're not meant to be caged in slaughterhouses with their feet pussed and big boils on their skin, pumped full of chemicals so that they are weighing heavier, cancer freaking tumors being cut out before they serve us their fucking flesh. And then, not to add it all off, but then we got the fuckers up top that are now doing what? You guessed it. You guessed these fucking demons and what they're doing. They're now genetically modifying the beef with their CRISPR technology. You don't fucking believe me? Look into it. They're modifying the DNA of the animals that we're consuming. And they've already been doing this with chicken. Some chickens, they grow in these places. They modify and engineer them to grow extra wings and shit. These poor creatures can't even walk. But you're supporting it, right? Because you're supporting it. But you're a good person, right? No, you're confused. You're sitting in a pile of shit. It's come plumb fucked over your eyes. You can't even wade through the shit that you're sitting in. And it's about to take you out because it's like clear up here. It's like got a little bit ways to go and you're fucking donezoed with it. Because this is where we're at. Fellow motherfucking chimpanzees as monkeys, okay? We are about at that point where it's time to take those shit balls and fire. Literally. Because. I don't know where that was coming from. I don't know who's that speech coming to my mind. I just had a clairaudient experience. I got to figure out who it's from. I got something and it was like a speech coming into my mind. I don't know who I'm channeling. It was like, we will not go quietly into that dark night. I got to figure out where that was coming from. Will not go quietly into the night. I don't know who. Wait, just came in. So let's see who it is. Oh shit, who is it? Let's have it here, shall we? I don't know where it was coming from. Who gave me that? Thank you. Whoever gave me that one. Sorry, I forgot I'm on camera and I'm talking to all my people. Oops, 7 shades of red right now. Now you get to see what it's like for me in a day of the life of somebody who's constantly channeling a higher mind. I'm always when I'm hearing shit in my head. Who are you talking to? I don't know. My friends. They're my only friends. Here we go. It looks like this is coming up from something. I just want to see. We will not go quietly into the night. I don't know.
Good morning.
No, that's not it. Sorry. I'm not going to be able to stop until I figure out why that came to my mind. It's probably pretty significant for us to hear if I was channeling it in that moment. And I don't know where it was coming from or who says it. We will not go quietly into the night. Is it from Independence Day? Wouldn't surprise me because I am a movie freak, dude. So, let's listen to it from Independence Day then and see what it says. Shall we? We'll just have a see. Why else? What else are we going to do today? Except for love on each other and fucking rage against the machine. If you're not doing that, then what are you doing? Honestly. Fucking Matrix. Just drowning in shit. Sounds fun.
Good morning.
Okay, this is a speech that they said was from Independence Day.
Aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind.
We're going to be launching the biggest fucking shitballs at the criminals.
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore.
No, no, no.
We will be united in our common interests.
Apes together strong.
Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from
Independence
tyranny
Day
or
today and every day
persecution,
moving forward. So mote it be.
but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Today and every day, good fuckers. We will not sit quietly at the bottom of your pyramid while your shit continues to mount on our heads. Today, good friends, we take that shit and we take aim. Babe Ruth, that motherfucker. It's going out there, folks. Launch that shit. In mind. Remember, it's all mind. We condemn with our minds. We don't even have to literally lift a fucking finger in this realm. And this is the power of you. And this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. We don't have to start a rebellion, a physical rebellion. It starts here, condemning it here. If you can change your perspective, if you can take them out of any favorable light, the government, period. The establishment as your friend. They're not our allies. The police officers aren't our allies. When we start to condemn them in thought is all it takes. And they occulted this information from you for a reason, guys. And this is why. In the beginning of the video, I was going off. This is why they're banning people like me. Who is me? Who is fucking little old me? I'm a fucking single mother. Okay? Who reads tarot cards and studied the occult knowledge for a decade. And hidden occult knowledge. Who am I? I'm nobody. Then why? Why? Why do they care about what we're saying? Because they know what we're saying has the power to wake the minds of others. We have tried to help, haven't we? We've tried to talk to people. We tried to put the information right in their face. Hey guys, look at this. Died suddenly. God damn him. Have a peek at what's happening. People love their shitmire. Okay? We got to stop worrying about them and hone in here. Okay? Because it is our minds. We are awakened. Okay? We have a power within us to envision things happening. And they will. And the more minds, the merrier. This is how they get their whole narrative. This is how they control the masses. They use the television programs to broadcast the spells into the minds, the agendas, the different things that they want to see manifest. It used to be books and print. The propaganda used to go out on flyers and shit. They used to have, they used to send them on kites out in the ocean. Did you guys know that shit? Back in the way day. Like fucking when they were on the vessels of the sea, man. They used to make kites and fly kites to the other ships with propaganda. No lie. There's no lie here. This game has gone on long enough. We're taking control of our own reality back. We're taking control of our mind. And when we control our mind, we are free. And that is in the Bible as well. Hold on. I gotta find it. I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you before I go, good friends. Give me 2 shakes. These windows keep popping up. So, there are many different Bible verses that would remind us to renew our mind. And why would they say renew our mind? Because the battlefield is in the mind. And we are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities in high places. Once you understand, there's actually a cult teaching, guys. I know it's weird for some people, but it's a hermetic principle that the all is mind. Everything is mind. Everything is just consciousness, okay? So Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? What does that say? Do not conform to the pattern of this world. We are stuck in a karmic fucking loop. We have to graduate. Thank you so much for the stars, Dennis. I really greatly appreciate the love and support, you guys, helping me through these difficult times. But be ye transformed by renewing your mind. You've got to take the power back from these dark forces that have programmed it. Remember, you have to be man or woman enough to accept the fact that perhaps you've been batting for the wrong team. Perhaps you've been wearing a cloak of darkness and thought in your mind that you were doing good by supporting things. But when you really evaluate it, you're supporting something that is evil and that is stirring up more evil in the hearts and souls of humanity. 2 Corinthians 10:5, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. What is Christ? Christ is a consciousness, right? But when you think about God, God is everything organic. God is everything that is creation. He's omnipresent, correct? So everything is God. The blade of grass was created by God. It has God's energy running through it. The beautiful trees that were created perfectly, that offer us oxygen and air, is a piece of God. Everywhere we look, we see God. In the eyes of your brothers and sisters here, we're seeing God. Now, Christ is that animate vessel harnessing God's consciousness. He was trying to teach people how to find their I amness, or how to actualize who they really were, which is just a piece of God, right? The I am is in them, just as he is in me. The Father is in you as the Father is in me. Okay? So, when we're reading this, take every thought captive. That is, control your thoughts. Don't give your fucking mind over to criminal men. Don't give your mind over to tyrants and their agendas to harm people. Just the talk of war goes against the fucking commandments. Do no harm. That's the number one natural law. Okay? Don't go around killing innocent people. But yet here we find ourselves in quite the pickle. Oh, Russia bombed this people. Oh, they bombed this people. Oh, America, we're gonna be sending more bombs to support the war in the fucking place over fucking there. You support it? You're funding it. Yeah. Try that on for size. You're going to fund that without rebuke, but you're going to bitch about people getting food stamps and shit from the government because they're literally can't feed their children? But you want to complain about that? And meanwhile, you support governments who kill people? Do you understand the mind fuckery? Make every thought obedient to love. And when you put the lens of love on, you see the world as Christ consciousness would have you see it. And you see that that is your brother and sister out there. Over there, down there, up there. We're all in this together. We're all getting shit on by this small group of people who think that somehow they have the privilege to shit on us because that's just their blood. Nah, motherfuckers. We don't care what kind of little bloodline you think you got. We are all bleeding red. Oh yeah, we do. Oh yeah. And if they want to challenge me on that, then I dare them to come and put their head on a spike and I'll prove it to them. Come on, tyrants. Come on, psychopaths. You're so tough. My mouthpiece scares you that much. You would invest that much time and energy to put me on your fucking list to ban our accounts. We're so extreme. Come on. Let us show you that you bleed blood. You bleed red too. Let us show you that all those billions and billions of fucking dollars don't mean shit. You want to fuck with the food supply? Fine. We eat the rich. So get fat for us, fuckers. Sit up there high on the hog. Because we're going to turn you out to pasture. We're not playing with this shit no more. And remember, guys, these are not physical things. This is all mind. Okay? I have to say that again because they'd like to report me as being some kind of a terrorist when I say these things. But I'm not invoking anybody to take physical action to harm anybody. I'm saying condemn them in your mind. And they know that is 10 times as dangerous. They know that is 100 times more dangerous than me ever showing up on their door with any kind of a physical threat. If I can invoke people's minds to turn against them, and if I can invoke people's eyes to open up and see the truth that they've hidden from them, then that's 100 times more threatening than anybody showing up there to physically harm them. Showing up there to do something physical against them is only going to give them a reason to try and oppress us more. We have to be strategic, and strategy is all in the mind. They know that. They're playing a huge chess game. We're just the pawns. Fuck that. Checkmate, bitches. Next one. Instead, hold on. I don't like that one. Finally, brothers, Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable. If there's only excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Exactly. We've got to stop thinking about the things that they want us to think about. They want us to think about their future fucking 25-minute cities where we're confined to these little radiuses and have to have a special permits to cross the street and do all their shit. We're done. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about being free-range humans. We're thinking about the 126 billion acres of livable land on this beautiful plain, and we're thinking about how awesome it's going to be to have each living soul dispersed on a little piece of their own. We're thinking about heaven on earth. We're not thinking about them confining us in their little lines with their fucking surveillance state up our ass, goddamn drones delivering our groceries full of their corporate fucking chemicals going to their corporate medical mafia freaking offices to be administered more pharmaceuticals so that they can continue to watch us suffer. No, we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about lofty things like heaven on earth, where psychopaths and tyrants don't exist. Aren't we? Ooh, I got chills when I fucking said that. Spirit's like, yes, we are. The ancestors are with us on that one. Okay? And I think a lot of your ancestors are seeing you today, and they are very proud that you have taken the fucking cross that you've taken to bear this down the narrow path that we are on, good friends. And let us not be dismayed. Let us not get discouraged when they ban us and try and say, ooh, she's been a bad girl. What have I been a bad girl for? We're not going to tell you why you've been a bad girl. Just sit there for 60 days and don't use your mouth. Well, fuck you, because this 60 days I'm going to use every bit of my mouth, mother suckers. And I'm going to teach the people with this mouth how to take the shit that you have given them and cast it back at you. Oh, courtesy of the fucking chimpanzee refugee. Early 90s, man. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk going through those memories that I would have ever turned it around into such a presentation today? But god dang it if life ain't fun. God dang it if our brains ain't cool. It's really awesome when we use them. Good job, guys, for you guys sparking those thoughts. 1 Peter 2:9. For you are chosen people. You are royal priests. God's very own possession. You are an organic piece of flesh. God incarnate here, my people, you. And as a result, you can show others the goodness of God. Now, maybe like I said, you've been on the fence about this. Are you acting with the goodness of God out here doing demonic things in the realm? Keeping criminal establishments who mean ill will for the future of humanity in power? Are you supporting evil? Moral inventory. Be honest with yourself. You can't hide from your own from your shadow. That's there. You got to make peace with the wrongdoing you're doing and what you're giving consent to in this realm. You got to make peace with that. Only you can do it. He called you out of the darkness and into his wonderful light. Christ's consciousness awakened in you for a reason. You are no longer in the darkness, which is asleep. You have now been awakened to the truth, which is the light. So go out here and act according, good people. Go out here. You are the chosen ones. You are royal priests and priestesses. Okay? You are God's very own possession. You are an organic co-creator in this beautiful plane. Act as such. Wield your power for good instead of evil. Sow seeds of righteousness and bear good fruit. One rotten apple spoils the whole bunch. You ever had a fruit bowl? Put a rotten apple in there and watch how quick every other one goes bad. Be the good fruit. Be the good fruit in the realm. Don't support or condone evil. Do the work to purge through the brainwashing that you have been given by evil people. Don't separate from me. Don't separate from her. Don't separate from him. Look at them with love and compassion and say, what would Jesus do? What would Christ do? And believe in your heart that you are just as powerful as that, if not more so, because we will do greater works than he ever did. He even said that. Do you remember that one? I'm going to say that one on the way out. So in John 14:12, verily I tell to you, pop up. Okay, most assuredly I say to you, he who believes in me and the works that I do, he will also do. And greater works than these he will do, because I go to my Father. Christ is a consciousness, it is a way of mind, it is a mindset. If you envelop the mindset of Christ, which means you accept Christ's code. Christ was coded a certain way. He conducted himself in a certain way. He had a certain set of beliefs, and this is what we do. Some people are out here are adopting the Kardashian code, right? Do you understand how this works? It's all consciousness. And so if you're out here adopting the Kardashian code, it means that your code is pretty stupid. You're a dumb motherfucker. You're superficial. All you care about is material things. Makeup, hair, the material, fashion, blah, blah, blah. So you can adapt So we have access to all these different ascended masters, ancestors, guides, angelic beings. But they don't want you to know that. Because if you understood that, you would never play small. You would never play let the shit pile on us at the bottom of the hill. You would play, I am more than a victor. I am more than a conqueror. That's another one. Let's find that one for you before I go. I'm on a roll with these. I am more than a conqueror. So this is in Romans 8. In all things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. So tell yourself that. When you feel beaten down, like they've tried to beat us down here, guys, right? They have. They're trying. They're trying to still beat us down, good friends, but keep going. Fuck them, man. Have heart to get back up. We're here for this. We're built for this, honestly. We're not suckers. We're not going to just walk away. We can't. Why? Because we have love and goodness in our hearts. Only a person who has no conscience, who is not natural, could turn their face against this evil and sleep at night doing that. Only somebody who does not know love and has no light in them could ever pretend to put their head in the sand and not see what's going on. And those are the people who will have to deal with their own vibration when the judgment comes, when the shit pops off. Those people are going to have to make their own bed and lie in it. They have to deal with the ramifications of their own choices. But see, with us, it's not about that. We're doing it because we love. We're trying to improve ourselves and help others because we are doing what Christ would have done and actually did do for many. He met a sorry end, which is what they're trying to do to us, right? Extremists, they're labeling us. Did you guys see that article? I know I've been trying not to come out here and do articles about their new surveillance state. Their new surveillance state, how they're getting information on us and putting us on lists and giving us to local law enforcement our names. Did you guys read that? This is happening in America, guys. Land of the free, home of the brave. Right here. They're taking us and saying that somehow we are enemies to them. Of course we are. Because we're enemies to evil. We're enemies to darkness. We're enemies to demons. We're not going to sit quietly. The fuck you mean? So they're taking all kinds of things, quite breaching our privacy. Not that we have any, because we're already in like Orwellian times with the surveillance state, and people are now even subscribing to have it in their homes with their Alexas and on their doorbells with their fucking rings. But they're already making a list trying to suppress us. But remember, that's why I'm here telling you, it doesn't have to take an army. It takes a thought, and you have that capability in your mind to condemn them. Focus on the future that we want without them in it. That's all it takes. Hold the vision for what we want to see come to pass. It will come to pass. We don't have to worry about the if, ands, how, maybes. How's it going to get done? Hold the thought. Envision yourself with that acre of land. Envision every human soul living freely. Every human soul with love and kindness. We don't have to have separations in class. People are so worried about the crime rate. You know why people commit crimes? Because they need the drive of money, the ego. If that wasn't existing, we wouldn't need. You understand? It's a consciousness shift. And we're going to have it. Okay? So let's play that stupid speech on the way out one more time. And I'm going to keep my stupid mouth shut while we play it. What was it again? Will not go quietly into that dark night, right? I think originally that line came from a poem though, right? I don't remember. Who knows? knows? It is an honor, Scott. And if people aren't on the list by now, then fuck it, man. We ain't really friends, are we? Yeah, buddy. If you ain't on the fucking list, that means that you're so much not my friend. You're probably a brainwashed fucking idiot. And, God love you, but also, you know what I mean? Also, I don't entertain fools. Don't want any of the foolishness to rub off on me. That's a true thing, guys. You guys, their stupidity can rub off on you. You got to mind the company that you keep. Truthfully, you can't be fucking cool and hang out with idiots. And this is where it's been difficult for a lot of you guys, right? Having to separate. Here's the poem I'm going to play on the way out instead of the Independence clip. Especially in these times, you got to find your people who are going to give you food for thought, right? And this is where we've got to watch what we're consuming in all ways, in our regular diets, because they're giving us everything that's poison and toxic, but in our mental things, you know, like I love coming and hanging out with you guys here because you guys get it. I don't have people like this in my real life, really, who I can go and talk to, who like, when I see a cop car, I can give the side eye and they're like, fucking throw a fucking web at them with me. Start doing that, guys. A hiss is a natural response. It's naturally in our code, by the way. So people think I'm weird because I'll be like hissing, like at things I disapprove of. But that's what nature does. A fucking raccoon will hiss. Anything. When it's threatened, it hisses. So if I see a fucking cop rolling up on me and I hiss and tell them to have the day they fucking deserve, fucks. I mean it. But see, most people, if they were riding shotgun with me, would be completely like, what the fuck is happening? Who is this person? What's she doing? But not you, good people. You love me, hisses and all. I love that. That's why I love you guys. And you guys are my friends, you know. Anyway, let's play this to go out. Subscribers, I'll see you tomorrow on the subscriber Zoom, right? So looking forward to catching up with you on the Zoom tomorrow. We have a new subscriber. Trying to think of her name. I want to give her a shout out. Dang it, girl. Hey, thank you, Suzy Q. I love you too. Dang it. I know who she is by face, and there's just so many I can't keep track sometimes. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. Let me go into the group just so I can not be ridiculous right now. Just a second, guys. This new subscriber deserves praise. Anybody who's subscribing to me, thank you so much. It means so much, right? I love you guys so much. Thank you for this. But Suzanne, I like the new ones to feel very warmly welcomed, right? So Suzanne, welcome to the lair. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And everybody else, love to everybody. Everybody who sent stars, thank you. Everybody who's just here sharing space and holding the vision. I mean, thank you. Thank you just for showing up, man, and just sharing the vibe and the love. You would, Dan? Dan, you may ride shotgun, but would you hiss? Would you hiss, bro? Or would you fucking think, it's a little too far, Melody? That's the thing. I have a hard time. There's a lot of men who would like to ride shotgun with me, but can they cut it? That's the question. Would they tell me, you need to tone yourself down? Ran into that before. That never goes over well. What? Who are you talking to? Go fucking tone yourself down. Don't tell me what to do. That's the problem. And then they get in their ego. Well, did she just tell me to go fucking do this? Yeah, shut up. Why would I need to tone myself down, dude? That's my magic. My vibe is my cool. That's like uniquely me. Don't try and fit me into some box like some basic bitch, some basic issued bitch. Like, let me be free. I promise I won't put you in a box, but don't put me in a box, people. The weirder, the better. You would, Rita. We'd be hissing together. Can you imagine? Jeremy, are you still watching? Good friends. Check this out real quick. Tell you a picture of Jeremy. I know you're messaging me, but I think you're on a ban, so you can't comment. Is that what your messages are saying? Yeah, you're trying to comment. Okay. Fuck their punishments. They're idiots. But check it out. Jeremy, the beautiful angel, came to see me, right? And we did an exorcism. We performed an exorcism at the courthouse. That was quite delightful. He was playing music, and we had like a little impromptu session where we took the tings and we tinged and we fucking tinged, and we were fucking casting out demons, and all of the little statists that were sitting around on the benches worshiping this fucking cabal of evil. We're like, and you have been purged. You're welcome. You have been ding, ding. I kept telling Jeremy, I haven't laughed that hard since, Jeremy, just so you know. Nobody has given me that much laughter since that day. And I was telling Jeremy, he had like different like ting instruments. They made different tones. And I'm like, Jeremy, we need the different tone for this one. We're going to get this one here. Get the different tone. This one's a little bit more aggressive. Ding, ding, ding. We're like casting out. We're like, ma'am, your dog. It's got darkness. I had so much fun. And not one time did he tell me I was getting too crazy or that I was like needed to tone it down. He was just like fucking, oh, sure, let's do it. I'm like, should we cast out demons? He's like, yes, good call. Good call. Absolutely. Loved it. Mwah. I love you, Jeremy. Thank you so much for that birthday tribute video too. That was so sweet that you wrote me a song. I love it. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm looking at the time. I'm actually gonna go meet somebody in the flesh right now. Potential interview here, folks. Just gonna tell you. This is somebody who is whistleblowing on the medical field. They left. They were respiratory therapists. Some shit went down when they were told that they had to take the fucking Hex. And I had a brief phone conversation with the gentleman. He's being referred to me through a friend that lives in Atlanta. Weird how the connection came to be. But anyway, so I'm going to meet with this guy in the flesh. So I may record some of our talk. I may not. But yeah. We'll have to see. All right, we're going to play this poem instead of that clip, and then I'm going to sage us, and you guys have a badass day. Make those shitballs, which is like those condemning thoughts, and throw them at the fucking criminals who keep trying to pile shit on us, shall we?
Is by one of the most celebrated writers of his generation, the Welsh poet Dylan Thomas.
Ooh, I love the accent.
Spellbinding words.
Here we go. Love you guys. Thank you for all the stars and the love and
Do
support.
Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
I like the poem better.
The wise men at their end know dark is right. Because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in the green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, My father, there on that sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
The poem hits different.
This is Tom Hiddleston for the Welsh poet.
So the poem hits different, man. I think the poem is probably what I was channeling, not that clip from Independence. However, that did play a significant part into what I was saying about us reclaiming our independence from these fuckers who have somehow claimed dominion over us, and we've just somehow laid down and allowed their shit to pile on us. And it's like, fuck this, man. We're sick. Beep, blip. Take this shit and have it back. So, yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful poem. I'm into poetry, though. I'm big time into poetry. I've even written a couple things myself, but I love that. It's something that's a dying art, poetry. Something beautiful about that poem. Anyway, my friends, all love to you guys. Like I said, I'll see the subscribers tomorrow. I'm going to post the link in the lair here in a little bit after I get done with this interview I'm about to do with this guy that I'm meeting up with. And yeah, we'll chop it up and talk about the cell salts and the astrological signs, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what that information has for each sign, right? All right, my friends. All love to you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later. Mwah.